What's up, guys? Today we're in Pennsylvania at one of my leases here, and we're here to finish up food plots. So what we're standing behind here is going to be about 3/4 to 1 acre of soybeans, and then we're going to take the dual perimeter electric fence by Non-Typical Wildlife Solutions, and we're going to go ahead and fence that off. That way the soybeans have time to mature. We'll leave that fenced off the entire summer, and then once about right around October, maybe September, we'll go ahead and take them down, and it'll provide an excellent hunting spot for the deer, for us to kill a deer, or we might leave it up longer to provide a late season food source. Either way, we're here. It's supposed to rain tonight and then thunderstorms tomorrow, so we want to get these soybeans in the ground. What's up, guys? As you can see, we just used the Groundhog Max just to rough this dirt up. We already came through here, as you guys seen 2 weeks ago, with the rototiller and the tractor, because that was the first time the dirt's ever been turned. I could have done it with the Groundhog Max, but it would have just taken a longer time, and I was in a time crunch, so we had the tractor here to do this whole area. So we just went ahead and did it, and today we're planting soybeans here, so we just go ahead and we went ahead and roughed it up with the Groundhog Max. Then we'll go ahead and plant, and then we'll drag it and then run it over with the four-wheeler, because we're just broadcasting the soybeans. So we are going to overseed a little bit, because we're not drilling the beans in the ground, but we're just going to be broadcasting them. They'll germinate perfectly fine, but we just want to make sure we do get good soil to seed contact. For any of you guys that's not familiar with the Groundhog Max, this is what it is. It attaches to your hitch on your four-wheeler, UTV. You can even do it from your truck, but it's a small ATV implement, but it really gets the job done. I can't say enough good things about it. It really does work. I've done fresh ground with it. I've done fire roads. I went over roots, stumps, and as you can see, we just did this 3/4 acre plot here. Not first time, but roughed it up. It only took literally like 15 minutes. Alright guys, soybeans are spread. In case you were wondering what type of soybean we used Loretto soybeans. It's a forage type soybean, so it's going to help withstand the browse pressure once I do take the fence off. And it's also going to be nice and viney and bushy, so it should be pretty good. Like I said, I never planted soybeans before, but it should do good. There we have it, guys. Soybeans are planted. We're just walking through here. As you can see, it's pretty much smoothed out, and I'm looking to make sure the soybeans are covered. I'd say majority of them are pretty much covered. There's some exposed to the top, but the other good thing is we're supposed to get a lot of rain this afternoon into tomorrow, so that's going to help cover these seeds up. But I'll show you guys. Just from dragging, if you look here, they're covered. So I think it'll be fine, because way over there is a kill plot, and I literally just broadcasted cowpeas and soybeans over there and just ran it over with the four-wheeler, and they're germinating perfectly fine. I really need to invest in a cultipacker for my four-wheeler. Eventually I'll get one and we'll put it to use, but I think the drag and just riding over the field with the four-wheeler will do perfectly fine. As always, I will update you guys. Next step, guys, we're going to go through, we're going to go back to the truck, regroup, grab the hot zone fence, and start hooking this bad boy up. It's getting hot. I would love to get this hot zone fence in and done today. That way tomorrow I can focus on some other stuff. All right, guys, so what we have here is the hot zone deer enclosure system. This will do roughly about 3/4 of an acre. We have about 3/4 of an acre of soybeans here. Just to let you know, I am not promoting this product. I don't work with this company by any means. I was looking for electric fence for this purpose, to protect the soybeans, because I'm going to have so little amount of them. I wanted to let them get as tall and mature as possible before they would be eaten and eventually killed if they weren't mature before the deer started browsing on them. So once I did some research and everything, I found this to be the best system. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford it because they're about almost $500. But thankfully, I was talking to people about it, and I met a guy that had one, literally brand new in the box, not opened, and I bought it for $100. The guy was a hunter, just kind of got out of it, and he bought this for some soybeans. Never used it, got out of hunting, and he had it sitting around, and he sold it to me. So thankfully, I was able to get that because I really wanted to plant soybeans on this Pennsylvania property. All right, so what we have here, guys, is a thicker post, and all the posts have a black mark. That's the height that you got to hammer this down into the ground. I believe it's like 18 inches that they wanted it down in the ground. Then you got three holes here, and then 2 holes here. I'm not exactly sure how to put the wire and tape through yet, but we're going to get these bigger posts. This is a dual perimeter, so we're going to have an outer fence, and then 3 feet inside of that you'll have an inner fence. Both will be electrically charged, but for the bigger posts we got to have 4 on the perimeter, each corner, and then 4 more in the inside perimeter. Once that's done, then they have smaller posts which go 11 yards apart all the way around the outer, and then 11 yards on the inside perimeter all the way around. So we're going to go ahead and get these started. It's actually going in a lot easier than I thought. We're just going around with the 4 bigger posts for the outside perimeter, and then we'll measure 11 yards in between each smaller post, get those in the ground. I want to get the posts in the ground first, and then go from there. All right, guys, we got this side done. So we got the main corner post way down there. We got a center post, or a smaller post, smaller post, smaller post, and then big post. So we got the straight line going this way. And then, like I said, there'll be another inside fence 3 feet in front of this one. Whew, man, it's getting hot out here. But anyway, I don't know if you guys can see all the way around, but we've got the outside perimeter done. Wasn't too bad. We got this post hole digger, or I'm sorry, post hole driver, handheld, and the stakes went into ground relatively easy, which I'm surprised because this place is full of rocks. But wasn't too bad. It took me about 15 minutes to do the outside perimeter. So now we're going to go ahead and do the inside perimeter. All right, guys, we got all the way around. Back 2, the corner. This is where we're going to dig a hole eventually today, or if we finish, or if not tomorrow, we'll do it in the morning. But we're going to dig a hole there for a 4x4, mount the solar panel, and then the Energizer and the battery and all that stuff. But right now we're going to go ahead and string the wire and tape all the way around. All right guys, we're coming along here. I want to show you real quick what we have. I did the first wire first without recording anything, just because I wanted to see how easy it was. So what we did is we had an extra post, so we put the spool of wire on there, and then the first one goes 10 inches above the ground. So you have a couple other holes here, but that's the 10-inch one. So then you put the pin in and you bend these tabs over to lock the pin in place so it can't fall out. And then you just strand the wire all the way through. Put a pin in each post all the way around, and until you come back, and this is your connection here. So and then they also have some tensioners that you put on here to allow you to tighten it. It like winds it up like that and allows you to tighten it to make a nice nice and tight all the way across. Alright guys, one little thing that it came with is with a tensioner. So I got the tensioner in, but it really only tightened from like this side over to about that far corner. So I'm gonna have to pull some slack, this way, tighten that up, and then work my way around and then retighten it. It's kind of hard to do with one person, but eventually the whole thing will be, tight, nice all the way around. We just have to pull the remaining slack basically from this side, which won't be too hard, but 2 people would definitely be easier if you guys are trying to put one of these up. So basically we got both ends tied here on the corner, and then we left the 6 feet remaining, which will go to the charger that sits over here. So this will energize that whole thing. And then now we're back on the post, ran it through the first pin. Now we got to do the same thing, run this all the way around. Bugs are bugs are horrible. They're going in my mouth. I'm exhausted. This is definitely tough with one person, but as you can see, the dual perimeter is up. You got 2 wires in the inside perimeter and 1 piece of tape on the outside perimeter. We did the measurements. I think everything's right. We went all the way around, 3/4 of an acre. And then I'm gonna show you guys at the end what we have here at the end. I have to dig at the post still. I have to hook the Energizer up, the solar panel. Still got about another 2 hours worth of work. Now we have our post in the ground. Now we have to we have to hammer the ground rod. Now this thing, we want to get this thing down in the ground as far as we possibly can. So we got a little maul here, and we're going to beat the crap out of this thing, see if we can get it down maybe a couple inches above ground. Guys, we got to screw this solar panel on, hook the battery up, mount the trickle charger, a couple other little things, but we're getting there. Alright guys, we figured it out. So we're going to set it on the second setting to the right, which it'll pause every 2.5 seconds during the daytime. It's got a photo eye on here. So it'll pause every 2.5 seconds during the day, and at nighttime it'll pause every 1.5 seconds. So it's, you know, deer are more active during the nighttime, so you want it to pause more at night and less during the day. So looks like we're energized. We're going to test this, like I said before, and see what kind of voltage we're getting. Looking good. We're getting over 7,000 volts. We're going to test the remaining of the fence, go around to a few different spots just to make sure it's all hot, and then we should be good to go. Have it guys, hot zone dual perimeter fence is set up. We're energized, we're charging, everything's looking good. So we went ahead and we planted the soybeans, we got the fence hooked up, and now we're just going to watch this grow. We're going to set a spy point up, cellular camera overlooking it, just to see if deer do actually jump it. I don't think they will, but we'll see what happens. I'll probably put another camera up, maybe down the other side, but I'm pretty excited. You know, we got our soybeans protected. We're going to let them mature. Once they get up maybe 6 or 7 inches tall, we'll get in there and we'll get a backpack spray. We'll spray the heck out of them with some antler grow and get that nutrients built up in them soybeans. That way when we do take the fence off, it's the most palatable thing in the area. Over here we got the buckwheat, over there we got the clover. We're pretty much done on this property for summer food plots. We're going to let this go, continue spraying the food plots and natural browse throughout the summer. And then later in, maybe around August, we'll come in and plant the fall food plots and brassicas, some oats and turnips and things like that. And we'll be ready for hunting season, guys. So thank you so much for following along. If you guys have any questions, drop a comment down below regarding this type of setup. If you guys are new, be sure to subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching.